Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a very interesting show for you today. Yep, Finebaum has called Deion out as spineless for an attack on the media. Folks, we need to just call this what it is.
And now for the next 30 minutes, as the world turns. Brought to you today by Gentle Joy.
Yeah, it's As the World Turns with Deion, the media, Paul Finebaum. This has been a very consistent theme, and I'm just going to show you what's happening right now with Deion and all of this.
When I say I genuinely love these kids, I genuinely really do. It's not about what they can do for me on the football field. It's about what I can help them with in life. They're football players. Some of these guys are definitely going pro, but I just want to equip them with the weapons to win life because, you know, football has changed. The landscape has changed in football. Once upon a time, you guys never attacked college players. Now they're making more money than y'all. And some of y'all are envious and jealous about that. So you're on the attack. It was hands off a college player because he's an amateur. Remember that, guys? Now it's hands on. Go at them any kind of way you want. They're making more money than me, and I'm mad about it. I'm upset about it. And when you attack them, these guys are sensitive. They've never been attacked. Most of them are out of high school or 2 years or 3 years in college, but they're still sensitive to slander. They hadn't gone through what I've been going through with y'all for years. They haven't done that. So it is what it is. I know you're going to do your job and what you must do, but your job does not say attack. Like, if they didn't play well, leave it at that. But the personal stuff, leave it to be personal. Because if we start flipping the script on y'all, you wouldn't like it. I can easy. Thank you, Lord, for stopping me there. Whoo, that was almost a good one. That would have went viral.
Okay. I don't know why he keeps going down this path. Man, I've been very fair with Deion. I really have. I think it was a good hire. I think Colorado's become relevant again instead of being a dumpster fire, and their tickets are sold out, and people are talking about them all the time. This is getting unnecessary. It really is. This is the one time it's like you might want to just let this go. You just won a ball game. You know, everything's fine. Just focus on football instead, and then on top of it at the end, and he's done this twice, you know, I could really get you in, and then he pulled back. Basically, it's almost a threat. It's like, dang, man, these reporters do have a job to do. And dang, it's really, I just don't understand why he did that right there. And like I said, if you've watched my videos, you know I've been extremely fair with Deion. So anyway, Paul Finebaum was not happy about this, to say the least, and he just called him out because I think the word slander really ticked him off.
Deion right there was purely gaslighting, and it's really unbecoming of somebody of his stature and status. He knows that's not true. The people that cover college football have been arguing vociferously for years to get more autonomy for players so they can make more money, so they can't be treated the same way that they always have. And for him to say that is just really specious. It's baseless. And quite frankly, it looks to me like he is living in an alternative universe, because that is simply not true. And to use the word slander, I mean, that is so far beyond the pale, because most people, the majority of the media, lifts these players up. They don't tear them down. Quite frankly, the only player on his team that has even come under scrutiny is his son, Shedeur Sanders. And right here on this program 24 hours ago, the entire panel, Stephen A., myself, and Shannon, defended him for not shaking hands with a player who was trash-talking him. So I frankly don't have any earthly idea where he came up with it. I think it's desperation, and it's entirely spineless of him to attack the media, who has not even attacked his players.
Yeah, so Paul Finebaum clearly didn't appreciate that, and I don't think the people on the panel were too happy about it either. Now, there is one particular reporter that's been a little bit harsh on Deion and a player or two, and he actually banned him. And that, of course, you know, you ban a reporter, that's not going to go well with the other journalists because they feel like that's an attack on their industry. Now, you can kind of understand that because the reporters do have a job to do, but this guy, it was particularly negative, using comments like the Deion Kool-Aid and things like that, and calling him out. Now, we have a reporter in Knoxville who's a little bit, you know, combative when it comes to being a journalist, but sometimes you need somebody like that to ask a tough question. Now, our guy that does that is John Adams. Now, some of you like John Adams a lot, and some of you don't. I happen to like John Adams because I think he's kind of dry and funny, and he will say the things out loud that a lot of people will not do. Now, by doing that, you risk being alienated because a lot of administrations don't appreciate that, and college coaches can be thin-skinned.
Sensitive.
And Coach Prime's kind of an example of that. But most coaches don't appreciate being attacked. But, like I said, sometimes tough questions need to be asked.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
And you need a John Adams. So, anyway, I thought I'd bring that to you because it's just, Deion's not letting up. He's not. So he just wants it to be like this. He wants it that way. That's the way it's going to be. But it's not going to be easy because those journalists, they're not just going to sit there and take it. They won't. So, anyway, I know people in the comment section, Coach Prime's been attacked unfairly. Fine. I know there's two sides to this, but somebody's got to stop.
Cut it out!
And Deion keeps getting up there, and I don't know. I've seen him have a history of this as a player as well. Anyway, now we're going to get into some positive news for VOLS fans. Our big left tackle, 5-star, Lance Hurd, is going to be back against Oklahoma Sooners. He had a bit of an ankle injury. Austin Price, actually, he mentioned it on 104.5 the other day, that Lance Hurd's expected to play against the Sooners on Saturday night. He's a sophomore. If you'll remember, he transferred from LSU, and he did not play in the Kent State game. He had sort of tweaked his ankle against NC State. He actually played like 63 plays, so he played almost most of the game in North Carolina. And they said it was a bit of a lower ankle issue, so he could have played against Kent State, but there was really no point. And Price was quoted as saying, Lance Hurd said, I was told last week could have played against Kent State, but there was no reason to play Hurd, not when he kind of dinged up his ankle a little bit. Nothing high. It was a low deal, low ankle. He said it was treat between NC State and Oklahoma. Added Price, he'll be fine. Again, could have played last week, but there was no reason to put him in a weird spot. Redshirt senior Dane Davis played at left tackle against Kent State in week 3. Said Davis played well. He was Tennessee's highest graded offensive lineman in pass blocking, but Hurd is obviously the more talented guy. Absolutely. Lance Hurd's the guy that's going to play in the NFL. He's a big-time protector, and he's very important to our offensive line. And having him against Oklahoma, who has a great defense. Look, Oklahoma's strength is their defensive line. That is going to be the key for them as far as trying to stop our offense, which is not going to be easy. They're not going to be able to put 8 in the box. If they do that, we'll crush them. They're going to have to stop us with 6 in the box, and that's going to be really tough to do. They do have the hosses up front. If there is a defense that can play with us like that, Oklahoma has a chance. But I can tell you that's risky. There are risks either way. But the bigger risk is to put 8 in the box and just let our speedsters take off, and you know darn well what's going to happen. We're going to go over the top and crush them. So they're going to have to do it with a light box, which is what most teams do. And now we're going to see if Oklahoma can do it. Like I said, they're good. Of course, Tennessee's going to be focused on one thing, and that's stopping Arnold, their 5-star quarterback. If they can stop him, I think Tennessee will be fine. He is a dual threat. Arnold will take off on you. I'm telling you, what he likes to do, he likes to see people over-pursue and then cut right underneath through that little channel and either throw or take off and run for 20 yards. He's going to do that to us a couple times. Well, there are going to be 2 or 3 times where he gets 20-yard runs on us. I don't see how we stop that from happening, but we'll also sack him some too. And the other issue is he could be back there dodging, and he likes to throw the ball up when he's got pressure on him. He's one of those guys that thinks he can do anything. A lot of 5-stars are that way. If enough pressure is put on him, he'll throw a pick 6 or an interception. He just will. And he's done it in the past. So should be a great game, but I'm very pleased to have Lance Hurd back to protect Nico because, again, I can tell you they're going to be focused on Nico big time. They're going to do the same thing we do to Arnold. Should be a fantastic game. I'm very excited about this ball game. 7:30 Saturday night. And ESPN Game Day will be there. It's the game of the weekend, period. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Let's continue to cover all these big college sports stories. If you've not subscribed, boom, boom, boom. That little button right there, you see it? Won't cost you a dime. A lot of y'all watch my videos, you don't hit the button.
I'm not going to beg you. My track record speaks for itself.
Can we stop this cruel game and allow the boy to keep one shred of dignity?
And right over here is the most recent video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy, based on your viewing history. We'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.